This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at another Masters of the Universe movie figure. This time it is Beastman, the Savage Henchman. This is a deluxe version that was a Mattel Creations exclusive. Also, I didn't buy him right away. I waited until there was a second figure available that I wanted and then picked them both up at the same time to save on shipping, because I was pretty confident that he wouldn't sell out. It is interesting though, because most of the Masters of the Universe stuff at the beginning sold out like in a heartbeat, and now it just sits there. So we turn the box to the side here and we get a face shot and his chest with the little medallion thingy, and it's artwork and not a photo, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with the photos. Oh yeah, at the top here we do kind of see him also artwork wise. On the side it just continues the front. Interestingly enough, the little flame pit here that they've got looks like the staff holder that's on the back of Skeletor's throne. And then on the back of the box, we see Beastman in front of Snake Mountain from the movie, which doesn't really look like what I saw in the previews yet. So we got that. Beastman, the Savage Henchman. Beastman hunts for the sword of power in service of his evil master, Skeletor. Includes a beastly blade. The whip fits into his hand for terrifying action. You want to bet that this is a better whip than what came with a recent G.I. Joe figure I reviewed? Let's go open this up. Well, look, the side even continues the package too. That's kind of annoying. So slightly pre-posed, but not as bad as the one that came with our lunatic paleontologist from G.I. Joe, or I should say from Cobra. And this actually moves, so at least you've got that. Still, this actually might be bent into shape specifically as part of the way it was in the box though. So it's possible that this could come out, especially if you put it in hot water for a while. Honestly, one of the real questions here is going to be how, if you can actually pose him in a beastly manner and have him stand up on his own, which I doubt. So let's go ahead and take one of these little doodads. See, I'm going to cheat a bit here. Wow, that's it? Beastman? We don't even get the little blurb of information? That's stupid. They put the money into this card and just give us nothing. I'm disappointed, Mattel. We see all the parts that come off, just like our usual Origin style figures. His terrifying beast blade looks like a bone knife. That's pretty cool. I think it's meant to be used this way, though, to attack. Might be a little too curved, actually, and he fell over. Okay, so where to start? Besides the fact that this guy's coloring is really f***ed up looking. Like, what is with the 3 different colors of hair on this guy? Seriously, like, so we got this furry bit here, which may or may not be part of the harness. I won't know until we see the movie, and even then, I'm not 100% sure, because it kind of looks like it's supposed to be part of his body here. I mean, it's attached to the harness, obviously. Let's take this bad boy off. Let's fatigue the peg while we're taking this thing off. Yeah. They seem to be using the Andre the Giant body for this guy too, which is why we don't have a hairy body on him, which is really extra stupid considering. Oh, geez. So that is... So the furry cloak part here is attached onto here. And then with the little teeth thingies, tusks, jabbing out of it. I'll give him some credit there for creativity. And then his little symbol thing is just sitting there underneath that. You know, it straight out said this is supposed to be able to come off, but I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to come off. I think you would actually need to heat this up to get it off, to be honest with you. Because you're not going to get around that foot either. But let's just see what we can see here. They did give us a hairy ankle area, so there's that. The feet, I believe, are new, although considering the size of them, they might have been used on Masterverse or Chronicles. He's got hairy thighs. However, the calf area here, the upper part of the calf is normal. So no extra there. And again, it's just like the Andre the Giant body, I'm pretty sure, and it's not hairy, so that's also kind of stupid looking. Unless he's not that hairy in the movie, which, I mean, that's possible. Yeah, we need you to make Beastman less hairy, so we can reuse parts to make the toys. I mean, it is basically a commercial to sell toys, so there's that. Okay, got the harness is back in place. See, this is also an issue. It doesn't really sit well. Now, again, like, we do have, like, the orange head, so this is more like original Beastman coloring here. And the head itself, it's a pretty cool looking sculpt overall. I mean, that's a badass mouth. I'm not too fond of the way the chin here flips forward like that with the beard. And the fact that this may be the first head where you can't tell where the jaw is supposed to be attached to it. But it's pretty scary looking. Like, this is kind of a terrifying design. And at least the back of it's painted black, unlike, you know, what they did with our Mum-Ra and Skell-Ra from the Thundercats. So that's better. He's got a skirt piece that's separate. Little pouch there and a spot for his little dagger. Beast dagger. Okay. He can hold his whip in his hand. Honestly, the basic design of this whip is really nice overall. I like it. It looks mostly plain, but it does look like a whip. Said, I think with some hot water, you could stretch this out and everything and do whippy stuff with it. But now let's take a look here. His bracers are part of his hand. Looks like the hand sculpts are new because I don't remember ever seeing furry hands like this before. Also probably a little bit bigger. Articulation-wise, the head moves right to left, up and down a little bit here. But of course, the spikes on the harness definitely are interfering with it. We can rotate the arm 360, up and down, up and down. Like a little less than 90 on the elbow with a single joint and a spin. His little arm guards are so tiny with the thorns there. Hand spins around, in and out articulation on this hand, in and out articulation on this hand. And they actually both work really well. Who's the man? I the man. I the Beastman. I'm sorry. Spin at the waist. We can kick forward about that far. And we can kick back about that far, which isn't much at all. We can kick out. Dude so big he can't quite get his leg up to hit head height on anybody, I think. And his knife just fell out. We're not even getting a full 90 degree on the knee here. There is a boot cut. That thing travels around with it. We can hinge at the foot up and down and spin on a peg. Let's go ahead and compare him size-wise to his evil comrade. And you can see he's about a head taller. So it does look like pretty much everything. Well, a lot of the parts are new and a lot of the parts are reused from the Andre the Giant figure that they did in the Masters of the WWE and then later in the Superstars line. So that's a pretty big difference in size still. So Beastman is going to be a big boy. So honestly, he is a scary looking version of Beastman, although I'm not sure why the body is colored the way it is compared to the rest of him. I mean, obviously it's got something to do with the way it is in the movie, but why they'd have this bright ass orange hair on his head and face and then the rest of the fur on the body is brown like that just doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, he definitely looks scary. Maybe not as scary as our Masterverse one there. I guess technically our other two vintage and cartoon collection ones are scary for their own reasons. But I think overall, he's not a bad figure. You could probably wait until he goes on a clearance or on a sale, though, to pick him up. I probably would have done that if I was more patient. Although now that I look at it, you notice that his one ear is bent backwards, and I don't know if that is on purpose or on accident. Based on the artwork, it looks like it's not supposed to be like that, but I'm not sure how that would have got him bent like that otherwise, unless it was done on purpose. That's a good question. Guess maybe we'll wait till the movie to find out exactly what's going on with that, huh? But anyway, I would hold off on this one probably. I don't think you're going to have to worry too much about it selling out on you. As it is, it sounds like Masters of the Universe is not going to be doing so well in pre-sales on the tickets for it so far. Whether that stays true, if this might be one of those movies where more people will go see it later because of the hype that people who saw it give, but I'm not sure. I'm still hopeful about that movie, but you got to remember too, the decrease in sales seemed to have come when both the director and the actress there opened their mouths and said something really stupid. So there's that. But that's our look at our movie version of Beastman, the Deluxe Mattel Creations exclusive. Why don't you guys let me know what you think in the comments below, and if this is a figure you want to get, and are you going to just buy him or maybe wait to see if he goes on sale, which again I think is most likely going to happen, but that's my opinion, that's not a fact. But if you enjoyed this review, please feel free to whip that like button. If you want to hear more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe, perhaps club that notification bell. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.